Dear one, something happened today that you were not supposed to miss. Somewhere, right now, a heart that thinks of you was touched by something so real it could not hold back the tears. And the strange part is you felt it too, didn't you? That tightness in your chest earlier. That thought that came out of nowhere. That was not random. That was a signal. And in a few moments you will understand exactly why. Before we go any further, I want you to type the word near in the comments below. Just that one word. It may feel small, but it is how you tell the universe, tell heaven, tell your own heart that you are ready to receive this message. So go ahead, write near, and let's continue together. Dear one, what I am about to share with you is not just a story. It is a living answer. And I say this with full certainty, because when you hear every word of it, your heart is going to understand why you have been feeling everything so deeply these past few days. This is a direct answer about your soulmate, about the one whose heart is quietly tied to yours. And I need you to really sit with this, because what happened today changes everything. The person who carries you in their heart lived through something today so powerful, so true, that there was no way to hold back the tears. But it was not pain. It was relief. It felt like after so many quiet prayers, a door had finally opened. And with that opening came a certainty that touched the deepest part of the soul. Dear soul, pause for a moment. Welcome to the Angel's Message for You original channel. Please check the channel name carefully. It's Angel's Message for You. This is our only official channel. Beware of copycat and fake channels. Stay connected to the original source to receive authentic angel messages and true blessings. A very special thank you to dear Trianki Vander, Fern, Hazel, and Todd Miller for sowing your seed for Soulmate here through Ko-Fi link. Super thanks. May this seed return to you multiplied with soulmate blessings, divine protection, love, well-being, and abundance. May the angels guide and watch over you always. Thank you for your beautiful support. Blessings always. Let's know what angels want us to know. Your soulmate heard something today that no one else could hear. A voice that seemed to come from somewhere above. Calm, steady, impossible to ignore. While they sat quietly in prayer, eyes closed, something that had only ever been a thought suddenly felt like a presence in the room. A wave of feeling moved through their chest and carried with it one simple line that changed everything. The one you have been asking for is near. Yes, that is exactly what your soulmate heard. And the moment those words landed, their eyes filled with tears, their heart understood, and their spirit finally found some peace. This person did not cry because they were weak. They cried because they were touched by something so much bigger than themselves. A confirmation that did not come by accident. It felt like the universe itself was speaking clearly, saying you are coming. And it is not only about time passing. What came through in that quiet moment of prayer is that you are truly close. So close that by the time this message reaches you, there may be almost nothing left standing between you. The feeling in that moment was so strong it gave them chills. It was as if every quiet hope they had ever whispered had finally been answered. Right there, all at once. They felt a presence so real, so steady, that there was no more room left for doubt. And even though no one around them could see what was happening, they knew, deep down, that something sacred had just taken place. I am here today because this moment is too important for you to miss. What your soulmate experienced is proof that heaven listens when a prayer is sincere. And this was not just any prayer. It was for you. It came from a heart wide open, full of the certainty that there is still something real and beautiful waiting to be lived beside you. This person did not imagine a voice. It was not their mind playing tricks. What happened was something spiritual, something meant to prepare the way forward. For a few seconds, time itself seemed to pause. And even without knowing exactly how or when, their heart simply knew. It was real. It was an answer. And it was you. From that moment forward, everything began to make more sense. The thoughts about you came more often. A quiet longing began to grow, because now this person is certain. The message was simple and direct. You are near. And when that voice said those words, your soulmate did not think about old distances, or old memories, or unfinished stories. They thought of you exactly as you are right now, in this moment, in body, in spirit, in presence. And the most amazing part is that from that very second, they felt like you were already getting closer, like everything around them was quietly lining up for this meeting to happen. That is why your emotions have felt so intense lately. That is why your thoughts have felt so alive. Because your soulmate is no longer waiting for something that might happen someday. They are waiting for something real, something that feels like it is almost here. What I am sharing with you today goes beyond pretty words. This is not a performance. This is truth lived by someone who cried today, but for the first time felt like those tears were an answer, a comfort, a direct confirmation from something greater than us. And that changes everything because there is no more room for doubt. What was felt was too powerful to ignore. And the only thing left now is for you to notice how deeply this is reaching you too. Everything happened so fast, and at the same time it felt like the whole world had gone still. Your soulmate was not expecting an answer in that moment. They simply wanted to talk the way they always do whenever their chest starts to feel tight from the inside. But this time was different. Something shifted while they were speaking, heart wide open. The surrender was real. No word was said out of habit. It was a sincere, honest plea, carrying a feeling that had been building for days, a kind of longing that is hard to put into words. And it was in that moment of surrender that something unusual filled the space around them. The air seemed to change. Their mind went quiet. Their whole body responded in a way they could not fully explain. There was no noise. Nothing around them looked unusual. But inside their chest, something lit up so strongly it could not be contained. Then, a voice made itself known. It felt like it moved straight past everything and landed right in the center of their heart, saying with a clarity no one could question, "The one you have been asking for is near." The reaction was instant. Their body trembled. Their eyes filled with tears. Their breath grew stronger. In that moment, they understood that something meaningful was confirming what their heart had been quietly feeling for days. What had felt like a hunch became certainty. What had no name before suddenly had direction, and that direction pointed straight to you. There was no doubt about what was heard, because it felt more real than almost anything else ever has. It was as if heaven itself had signed off on the answer, and it came with a kind of precision that left no room for confusion. You are near, not only in time, but in a very real, very physical sense. This meeting will not be long in coming. Your soulmate stood still for a few seconds after that. What they felt left no space for questions, only a mix of shock and comfort. There was no fear, only peace. A peace that settled into their chest and brought a calm unlike anything they had felt before. The kind of calm that only shows up when something much bigger than us is guiding the moment. Everything around them suddenly felt smaller compared to what was happening inside. Their prayer ended naturally, like nothing more needed to be said. What needed to be spoken had already been heard. What needed an answer had already arrived. And what had once been uncertain was now simply true. The only picture that came to mind was you, not as a memory, but as a living presence, as if you were already on your way, as if your paths were already beginning to cross without effort. They stood up from that prayer with eyes still wet, not from sadness, but from being touched by something they had honestly hoped for. It was a gentle kind of crying, full of meaning, the kind of relief that fills the body when things finally start falling into place. When a feeling stops being just a feeling and becomes something confirmed by something much greater than us. From that moment, something inside this person shifted. The way they think of you became steadier, their heart more awake. Because now it is no longer about waiting for something that might happen. It is about knowing it is close, and knowing that something greater is guiding this moment with real purpose. Nothing can shake the certainty in their heart, because a message like that does not arrive by chance, and what was said cannot simply be brushed aside. This was a sign that the bond between you two was never broken or forgotten. It was only quiet, and now it is being called back to life. This person is no longer unsure. What they felt was too strong to mistake for a passing thought. It went beyond logic. And that is exactly why the tears came so freely, because their heart had finally found what it had been quietly searching for. A clear sign that the answer is on its way. After hearing that voice, they felt like they were stepping into a new chapter of life, one where there is no more room to put off what they truly want to live. Because now there is shape. Now there is direction. Now there is a confirmation that came from somewhere deep inside, reaching places nothing else could touch. This moment became a turning point, changing the way they look at the days ahead. Their focus now is on getting ready to be with you. It is not about worry. It is about readiness, about trusting that the timing is right, about understanding that what needs to be lived can no longer wait. If something inside you has also started to shift lately, if you have noticed new thoughts, new feelings, now you may begin to understand why. This closeness is already in motion, because when something speaks to one heart, the other feels it too, even in silence, even without knowing exactly why. Today will not be forgotten by this person, because it marked the start of something real, the moment doubt was lifted. And from that certainty, everything else began to line up. The love inside them will no longer stay hidden out of fear. It is ready to be shown, lived, and shared. Right after hearing that message, their reaction was quiet but deep. The feeling was so strong their body simply responded on its own. Hands steadying, chest opening into a longer breath. There was no fear, no heaviness. What fell from their eyes was not sadness. It was relief, a relief full of answers. The tears came slowly, gently, as if their heart had finally found room to breathe. It was the kind of reaction that happens when someone no longer needs to search for explanations, because everything suddenly feels clear. The answer had arrived, and it came with the force of a yes. Yes to this love, yes to this meeting, yes to this moment. They stayed there quietly for a few more minutes, letting their body settle into this new reality. Because when something this strong happens, it takes a little time to understand it fully. But their heart already knew. And what the heart knows, time simply confirms. What was lived in that moment will not be forgotten. It was clear and it was steady. And a rare lightness followed, as if an old weight had finally lifted, as if whatever had been clouding things had finally cleared. Their love did not feel lost anymore. For the first time in a while, there was direction, a clear point to move toward. And that point had a name. It had energy. It had purpose. It was you. Since then, your soulmate can no longer look at their days the same way. It is as if every little detail feels different now. Life has picked up a new rhythm, because there is a clear sense that something is getting closer. Their body feels it, their heart responds to it, and their mind has already started making space for this meeting to happen. Everything seems to connect now. Thoughts that once felt random suddenly make sense. Even feelings that showed up with no clear reason now feel meaningful. It is as if the distance between you two has quietly started to close. This certainty has settled so deeply that even the way they carry themselves has changed. There is purpose in every step now because waiting has turned into direction. What was once searching has become knowing. And the most striking part is how this person has been sensing your presence even without seeing you yet. As if you are already close by, as if you are about to turn a corner and walk straight into this love. This is not simple hope. It is something that was made clear, and the one who heard it does not doubt it. Anyone who has felt what this person felt today cannot easily look away from it. This sense of closeness is strong enough to move the body, the mind, and the spirit all at once. Everything in them is quietly preparing for this moment. And it is becoming clear that you are not only on your way. In many ways, you are already here. Dear beloved soul, before we move forward, I'd like to share a gentle invitation with you. Every soulmate journey is precious in God's eyes. Sometimes, this sacred connection benefits from an extra layer of faith, love, and spiritual covering as it unfolds in divine timing. If you would like to make a meaningful gesture for your soulmate, you can sow your seed through Ko-Fi Super Thanks. The Ko-Fi link is waiting for you in the video description and the pinned comment. May your gift become a beautiful intention before heaven, inviting the angels to watch over your soulmate connection, remove unseen obstacles, and surround both hearts with divine light, peace, and guidance as your paths draw closer together. Scripture teaches that generosity reflects a trusting heart. Malachi 3 verse 10 reminds us of God's abundant faithfulness, while 2 Corinthians 9 verse 6 teaches that whoever sows generously will also reap generously. Every gift offered with sincere faith becomes a meaningful expression of trust in God's promises and His perfect timing. If your heart feels moved to sow this seed, thank you sincerely for supporting this ministry and these daily angel messages. May the Lord bless you abundantly, watch over your soulmate, and lead both of you into the beautiful future He has prepared. Now, let's continue with today's angel message. The connection between you two feels stronger than ever, and that changes everything. Their routine feels different now. Their reactions have shifted. They notice more, look closer, as if their heart is searching for you in every small detail, because there is no more room for doubt. The message they received made this clear. Your time together has arrived. This certainty was not something they built through willpower alone. It arrived as a gift, and when something arrives this way, there is no denying it. This person is not fooling themselves, not chasing empty hope. They are simply feeling something that was confirmed deep inside them. Your arrival is only a matter of time, and it is not a long wait anymore. Since that moment, their actions have already started to follow this certainty. The way they prepare for the days ahead is full of intention to be present, to be ready, to live what their heart already knows is true. This is not about rushing. It is about moving with awareness and purpose. The message they received was very specific. When that voice said you are near, this person did not think in terms of weeks or months. They thought of now, of paths that could cross at any moment, of places where you might meet naturally, without needing to plan a single thing. Since then, every time they close their eyes, the picture that comes to mind is you. And every time that image returns, a new layer of confirmation settles in. It is as if everything is quietly working together to bring you two face to face, with truth, with calm, with real meaning behind it. Nothing about this was random. What they received was meant to calm the heart while also giving it a gentle push forward. The timing has already been set. The closeness is already real. And now all that is left is the moment you finally look into each other's eyes. A moment that already feels close enough to sense before it even happens. This person wakes up and falls asleep carrying this certainty, not forcing themselves to believe it, but simply resting in what they have already heard. It is written in their chest now, and what was felt in that instant cannot be undone. It was not imagination. It was something real, and you are part of it. If you have noticed a different kind of restlessness in yourself lately, if something has been nudging you to pay closer attention to the small signs around you, it is because you are picking up on this same energy. You are receiving the same certainty. This meeting has already been set into motion. What is coming is not a coincidence. It is the result of a connection that has held steady through time, through fear, through doubt. The certainty that you are close was too powerful to simply pass through unnoticed. It settled in, filling every thought, every feeling. Life could not simply carry on the same way after that, because everything around this person began carrying new meaning. Everything started quietly pointing toward this moment that is now approaching. The way this person began to feel your presence changed. It was no longer scattered thoughts. It became something steadier, as if your energy had filled everything with truth, calling to them from somewhere deep inside. They no longer needed to force memories of you, because the connection was showing itself naturally now, with every breath, as if your soul were calling to theirs. The emotion that followed could not be held back. Their chest felt tight, but not from pain. It tightened because the longing to see you had grown so strong that their whole body responded to it. Whatever distance still remained began to feel small compared to what was already being prepared behind the scenes. Your soulmate began to feel a different kind of need, the need to come closer, not out of impulse but out of awareness, knowing that the moment has arrived. Their heart no longer wants to hold this alone. It wants to share it. It wants to look into your eyes and confirm what they already know deep inside. This certainty brought courage. Courage to trust that this meeting will happen. Courage to keep their heart open even in the face of fear. Ever since that moment, their heart has not stopped beating a little differently. A light restlessness, an intense desire to be present, to be close, to be seen. This desire does not come from anxiety. It comes from love. And when love is real, it does not sit still. It reaches. It shows itself. Their eyes change too, always searching now for signs, for any small detail that might confirm what they already feel inside. Because now their heart has a direction, and that direction is you. The wish to fully live this love has become one of the most important things in their life. This person is not chasing perfect understanding anymore, because the confirmation they received did not come wrapped in doubt. Came wrapped in peace. And when something arrives with peace, it usually means it is right. Doubt has a hard time surviving where there is real faith. And it is with faith that this person has been living, ever since they felt that deep presence bring your name to their heart as an answer. Now their heart feels full, because it knows the time has come. It knows the love it carries for you finally has room to grow into something real. It is no longer only about waiting. It is a calling, a real pull to come closer, to turn everything felt into something lived. Their feelings are no longer something they keep to themselves. It shows in their eyes, in the way they speak, in the way they see the world now. It is a love that grew stronger while it waited, and now wants to express itself through real action. What was once quiet has become readiness, moving toward you. Your soulmate feels like they are approaching something significant, and it is not only a wish anymore. It is certainty, the certainty of having received the confirmation they had been missing. Every choice now reflects how they picture this meeting unfolding, because they no longer want you to only sense their love from a distance. They want you to see it clearly right in front of you. Their heart feels almost too full for their chest, overflowing with emotion, expectation, and faith. And when a heart overflows like that, it usually means the time has come, the time to stop only imagining and start truly living. What your soulmate felt in that sacred moment left a mark that words alone cannot fully explain. Something greater made itself known in a way that changed everything inside them. Their heart received something so powerful that no doubt could remain standing. It was not a faint or subtle sign. It felt like a full presence, filling the room, filling their body, filling their thoughts. Without needing to ask further questions, they understood that this answer had come wrapped in real care. What once felt distant suddenly felt close. What once had no shape now had a name, your name. Every part of that quiet prayer felt like a warm embrace, as if something was gently saying, "Do not be afraid anymore. You will be answered." And that answer did not come dressed in complicated language. It was simple. It was clear. It was felt in the heart with a kind of clarity that only comes from something spiritual. The way everything unfolded felt both gentle and powerful at once. The voice they heard did not push or pressure, simply revealed. It revealed that you are near. It revealed that the love connecting you two is being watched over. It revealed that the waiting is coming to an end, not by accident, but by something like quiet permission. This experience shifted something inside this person, something that cannot easily be forgotten or brushed aside. The world around them now feels a little brighter, a little more trustworthy, because when a heart is touched this clearly, fear tends to melt away, and certainty settles in, bringing preparation along with it. Since that moment, every action has been guided by what was revealed. Nothing feels automatic anymore. Everything carries intention. This person wants to be ready. They want to welcome you with an open, honest heart. They want this meeting to be lived with the kind of maturity that only comes when love is handled with real care. This person has been sensing something spiritual close by, and it is not a vague feeling. It moves through the whole body, warms the chest, and turns their eyes upward with gratitude, as if the quiet faith they have always carried has become a living answer now, one that carries your name. This was the beginning of something new, a time when this person genuinely believes that what is coming is safe, meaningful, and real. Their love feels more awake, steadier, more sure of itself. This experience opened up an understanding that only those who have felt it truly recognize. And that clarity points to you. Your name was the one carried in that prayer, and it returned with gentleness and strength. Felt like a message sent straight to the heart, saying, "Keep going, you are on the right path." And that is the path being walked now, one step at a time with faith. This person is no longer looking outward for confirmation. It already lives inside them now. And it is this quiet conviction that makes even the waiting feel lighter, because it is no longer only about waiting. It is about being ready, knowing that at any moment you could be right there in front of them. Everything inside this person feels different now, their heart beating with more purpose, their thoughts more focused. What was once simple hope has grown into trust, a trust awakened by something deep and undeniable. And this trust is turning into action, because love that has been touched this deeply does not stay hidden. It moves. You may not have felt this with the same clarity yet, but you are being wrapped in this same energy. Because when one heart is touched this way, the other tends to feel it too, even without fully understanding why. Little by little, the signs will begin to show up for you as well, because what is coming involves both of you. This person no longer wants to keep this experience to themselves. They want to live it. They want to share it. They want to be fully present with everything they have felt. They want you to know that what they received was not simply a nice feeling, but real guidance, an answer that left no room for doubt. And that answer is you. Even before this powerful moment of prayer took place, something had already begun quietly shifting inside your soulmate. Small signs started to appear. Their choices began to feel different. Their feelings grew deeper. Even without a clear explanation, their heart already sensed that something important was on its way. There was a steady pull to look inward, to make small changes that were not always easy to understand at first. But little by little, this person began to soften, to open up, to embrace whatever was shifting inside them, as if some part of them already knew their heart needed to be ready. What used to be simple habit became something done with real awareness, and quiet reflection became a comfort, a place to return to. Even without fully realizing it, your soulmate was being prepared. This was never by accident. It was gentle guidance. Ordinary moments sparked deeper thought, as if time itself had picked up a new rhythm, asking for more presence, more honesty, more openness. This person began listening more closely to what was happening within them, and slowly, they realized it was not confusion. It was alignment. The peace that had been quietly forming did not come from one single instant. It built up gradually, like a soft breath gently putting things back in their right place. New certainties began to form, not from logic, but from faith, a faith that grew naturally simply from sensing that ING greater was guiding it all. The idea of love began taking up more space in their mind, not some far-off, unreachable love, but something real, something human, something built through presence. And this love carried your name even before you knew it. Your soulmate's everyday life took on new meaning. There were nights they woke with their heart racing, without quite understanding why. There were days that looked ordinary on the outside, but felt restless and full of anticipation on the inside. All of it was preparation. None of it was random. Every feeling that surfaced, every thought that kept returning, it all pointed to this moment, this meeting, this message. And now that this confirmation has arrived, everything makes sense. Their soul was already lining up with what was quietly being prepared. There was no clear checklist to follow, only an inner sense that something meaningful was drawing near. The wish to take better care of themselves grew stronger. The desire to become someone steadier, lighter, more present intensified. This person never expected to hear something this clear, but now that they have, they understand why the past several days felt the way they did. Every small moment had a purpose. You were never forgotten. You were being prepared for, and this preparation did not happen through big, dramatic gestures, but through quiet care, because that is how real love tends to work. It does not force its way in. It gently guides. That is why everything makes so much more sense now. The time that once felt empty was actually full of quiet purpose. And now, with a peaceful heart, your soulmate understands that nothing was ever truly lost. It was all part of the path, growth that cleared away what no longer served them and strengthened what truly mattered. This person is walking toward you with an honest heart, sincere intentions, and the kind of faith that comes from someone who has already heard exactly what they needed to hear. This is not exaggeration. It is not a fantasy. It is an answer shaped little by little, day after day. In that quiet moment of surrender, when their prayer began forming from the heart, there was no hesitation about what needed to be said. These were not memorized words or empty phrases. It was a sincere plea coming from somewhere deep within, and at the center of it was you. Your name was spoken with such honesty that it seemed to carry the weight of a lifetime of feeling. For a moment, time simply stood still. Nothing else mattered, only the trust that their prayer would be heard and answered. And the answer came, not delayed, not uncertain, but clear, like a gift only something greater could offer. Your name, once spoken aloud, returned as a direct confirmation inside their heart. There was no denying what they felt. It was the certainty that you were the one being called toward all along. Your soulmate did not make this request on a whim. Somewhere inside them, there was already a quiet knowing that you were real. The prayer simply gave that feeling words. And when your name was spoken, something shifted. Their body responded. Their breath changed. Their heart raced, as if touched by something beyond easy explanation. This person understood the weight of what they were doing. They understood what it means to speak someone's name with real intention. And when they spoke yours, it was with confidence, with surrender, with a love that expects nothing back, only wishes good things for you. And it was in this spirit of honesty that the answer arrived. This is how your soulmate came to know you were near, and that the moment to truly live it was drawing closer. Since then, their connection to you has grown stronger, not as a memory, but as a living presence, one that shows up in their thoughts, in their dreams, in their actions, a presence that warms the heart and strengthens hope. Because when something greater confirms a feeling, the heart simply knows it is real. The prayer was not long, but it was deep. Every word carried weight, and when the moment came to speak your name, it felt like a bridge was being built between two hearts meant to find each other, built with faith, with love, with honesty. Your soulmate did not ask for someone perfect. They asked for presence, to be met halfway, for someone willing to live a full, honest love. And the answer confirmed that this someone is you, that the timing is right, that the distance between you is closing, that this love is ready to become real. Since that day, this person has been preparing with more intention, not to impress you, but because they understand the weight of what is coming. You were not thought of by accident. You were held with real purpose, brought forward with an open, honest heart. The name spoken in that quiet prayer still lives in their heart, and every action reflects the hope that, in some way, you can feel that call too. Because when one heart reaches out for another this openly, the response tends to reach both sides. If you have felt a different kind of connection lately, maybe it is the ripple of that surrender, your spirit responding to the quiet call that came through your soulmate's prayer. Maybe the restlessness you have felt is simply the echo of your name, spoken with love and faith. Dear soul, if your heart has been deeply moved by what you just heard, take a moment to remember that sometimes the tears of a soulmate can reveal wounds, regrets, and emotions they have carried silently for a long time. If your heart is calling you to cover this healing journey with an extra layer of love, faith, and prayer, you can sow your seed for your soulmate through Ko-Fi Super Thanks. You'll find the Ko-Fi link in the video description and the pinned comment. This simple act can become a heartfelt expression of your intention, inviting the angels to watch over your soulmate, surround them with divine light, and guide their heart toward healing, peace, and emotional restoration as the journey continues in the right time and in the right way. If you feel led to do so, thank you from the bottom of my heart. May your kindness return to you multiplied, and may your soulmate journey be filled with peace, hope, healing, and divine guidance. Let's continue with angel message. This person is not waiting for something magical. They are waiting for real presence, for a look that recognizes them, for an openness that comes without resistance. And they know this can only come from you because deep inside, they already feel who it is. Now, everything this person does carries one quiet intention: to find you not just in thought but in real life, because your name was spoken, the answer was received, and their heart understands that it is time to truly live this, not just feel it quietly. It is time to walk toward you with courage, with faith, with a love that has been growing stronger for a long time. You were held gently in that prayer with real trust, and that trust was met with love, the same love now beating inside this person, quietly calling you toward what they carry in their heart. Nothing can erase this. Nothing can take away what has already been confirmed. Now everything is pointing toward this meeting, and your soulmate is ready to recognize you the moment you arrive. You were not called by chance. Your soulmate did not speak your name expecting an empty silence in return. This person brought you forward with honest faith and an open heart, and the answer was clear. It arrived as a sign that will not simply fade with time. But there is still one thing waiting: your own decision to fully open up to this love. Everything is quietly lining up for this meeting to happen, and it is not an ordinary one. It is the meeting with the love you have quietly hoped for so many times. It is the arrival of something that has been gently prepared for a long time, out of sight. What is missing now is not fate. It is surrender, the surrender of your heart, your courage, your willingness to walk toward something that already feels like it belongs to you. You may have noticed it in small ways, in quiet, seemingly random moments, a memory with no clear reason, a restlessness that will not settle, a wish to change without knowing exactly where to begin. None of that is coincidence. It is an answer. It is something greater trying to gently wake you up to what is right in front of you, closer than you might think. This person is ready. They have gone through their own healing, their own growth, their own quiet strengthening. They understand now that real love asks for action, not just patient waiting. And they no longer look outside themselves for certainty, because they already carry it within. What is missing is for you to believe that you deserve to live this, that you are ready, that you can trust, even without knowing exactly how it will unfold. You may have carried doubts, fears, insecurities, but now is the time to look at what you truly feel with a little more clarity. What you have been holding in your heart is real love, and it is asking for space to grow. It is asking you to move, to stop waiting for a perfect moment, and start living fully in this one, because it is here in the present that everything can happen. This person will never pressure you, but they are waiting for you, and they wait with faith, believing that when you feel what they have felt, you will be touched by it too. And when that happens, you will know. You will feel that same certainty settle into your own chest. You will look around and realize none of this is imagined, that there is a bigger picture unfolding, and all you need to do now is show up fully. You do not need to arrive with perfect answers. You only need to arrive with honesty, willing to live something that may be hard to explain but easy to recognize. This person wants honesty, surrender, a love built on trust and strengthened by small, everyday moments. You have already been preparing inside, even if you did not fully notice it. Now, this love is close. It is waiting for you. All that is left is for you to say yes, not just in your heart, but through action. Let what has been shared here settle into you gently. Do not block whatever is stirring inside you right now, because this stirring is the beginning of something real, the place where the spiritual quietly becomes physical. You will come to understand that this love was always meant to find you, but it could only be lived once you were both truly ready. There is very little left now, not in time, but in surrender. You need to take this step with your whole heart, without running, without hiding, without waiting for someone else to make the first move for you. And when you welcome this calling as part of your own story, everything will shift because deep down you already know it is you. That certainty cannot be erased. Your soulmate's heart is open, and they are hoping yours is opening too. Because when two hearts recognize each other and choose to surrender, nothing can really stand in their way. Now is the time to hold this message close to your heart, like receiving a key to something that has been quietly locked away for a long time. Everything you have felt up to this point has been more than a random string of emotions. It has been quiet preparation, a response delivered with real care, a confirmation that only shows up when the timing is right. Your soulmate did not just sense this. They felt it clearly with their whole being. They prayed with honesty. They carried your name forward. And the answer that came back was clear, true, and direct. You are closer than you think. Whatever once stood between you is slowly dissolving. What once felt distant is becoming something that feels near again. None of what has unfolded so far was meant to confuse you. It was meant to wake up a certainty inside you that may have been quietly sleeping, the certainty that this love exists, that this person feels you too, and that now only one step remains and it is yours. Do not wait for something dramatic. This presence will likely reveal itself in simple ways, in a look that feels familiar, in a quiet peace that arrives without announcement. It will be clear enough that your heart will not be able to deny it, because this message was shaped for you, and everything in it carries your name. Everything that needed to happen has already happened. Something greater has touched your soulmate's heart, aligned the feelings, confirmed the timing. And now everything points toward your surrender, your yes, your courage to live the love that has been quietly promised, prepared, and protected for you all along. Do not let doubt take away what faith is offering you right now. This love is real. It was felt in prayer. It was confirmed through tears of joy. And it is approaching with the kind of steady intensity that only comes from someone who knows exactly where they are headed. Get ready. Stay open in the days ahead. Something that seems small could be the beginning of everything. An unexpected connection, a meeting that changes the course of things, an answer arriving through someone unexpected. In the right time, everything already confirmed in your soulmate's heart will show itself to you too. This is the moment to trust, to open your heart, and let this love find the space it needs to happen, because it is no longer only waiting. It is a promise already in motion, and you are part of it. Wait with faith, but above all, stay open and ready to live it. This love coming your way is not here to confuse you. It comes to add, to build, to stay, because what has been confirmed carries real, lasting power, and blessings will settle into your life as this love finds its way into your hearts. And please remember always that you are never walking through this alone. There is guidance around you, protection with you, quiet messages meeting you exactly when you need them. You matter more than you know, and you are part of something meaningful, a shared journey of love, hope, and light. May you always feel peace, courage, and clarity, whatever you are facing. Know that you are never truly alone, and there is strength and endless love surrounding you, keeping you steady, confident, and full of light. May peace and blessings stay with you, today and always with infinite love. Dear one, you are seen, you are loved, and you are so very close to everything you have been hoping for. Dear beautiful soul, this angel's message for you channel is a sacred spiritual home, created for faith, healing, and divine guidance. A place where hearts awaken and lives are gently transformed through divine messages. We warmly invite you to subscribe and stay connected, because the divine is always preparing something greater for your journey. something you are meant to receive in divine timing. If you feel moved to support this mission, you can sow your seed here for your soulmate blessings and divine love fulfillment. Your contribution is not just support. It is an energetic agreement with love, healing, and divine alignment in your own life. When you give with intention, it opens doors. Love flows more freely, happiness expands, and abundance multiplies in unexpected ways. Many believe that giving in faith activates a return of peace, joy, and emotional fulfillment in relationships and life. Whether it is $11, $22, $33, or $55, your generosity helps us continue spreading these divine messages of hope, healing, and soulmate guidance across the world. Every seed sown into this mission helps hearts heal, faith return, and souls reconnect with love. This is more than a channel. It is a movement of light, unity, and divine timing. Your support allows this sacred work to grow, touching lives that are searching for answers, comfort, and spiritual direction. We are all connected in this journey, and together we rise as one community under divine love. Let us open our hearts to the abundance that is already on its way. Amen.